Welcome to This Explainer. Look, if you're putting in a ton of effort, but you're just not seeing the results, or maybe you're feeling totally stuck right now, you are exactly in the right place. Today, we're going to build a blueprint for success, step by step, to help you achieve true personal excellence. Let's jump right in. So, we need to start by completely challenging our baseline assumptions with one major question. Who are you really competing against? I know it sounds like a simple question, right? But honestly, where we focus our energy totally defines our entire trajectory. Way too often, we direct our attention outward, getting distracted by the huge crowd around us instead of just looking inward. To answer that, we have to completely redefine what progress actually looks like. Section 1, the true measure of progress.
Okay, so here's the trap that almost all of us fall into. We compare ourselves to others instead of comparing ourselves to our past selves. It's like we get so busy looking sideways at everyone else that we completely forget to look backward to track our own real improvement. Now, sure, recognizing other people's talents is absolutely important. It can definitely motivate us. But the bulk of your energy, it literally has to be focused on identifying, investing in, and cultivating your own built-in talents. Never, ever adjust your performance just to match the crowd. You are preparing for your future self.
Here's the thing about excellence. It doesn't actually start with these massive, grand gestures. Think about it. If we can't do the ordinary things extraordinarily well, how in the world can we expect to handle greatness? Everybody starts small. How you handle the trivial, seemingly insignificant tasks right now dictates exactly how you're going to handle the massive opportunities later on. You've got to attack a task with your absolute fullest self, especially when you're in a peak state, like right when you wake up first thing in the morning. So how do we actually make this happen? Well, we have to actively forge our own success instead of just waiting around for it. Section 2, mastering the raw materials. Think of it like this. Nature provides us with the raw materials, right? Things like fire and trees. But nature didn't just hand us cooked food or wooden chairs or these magnificent sailing ships. Nope. That is entirely up to human effort. We have to use our absolute best asset, our brain, to figure out how to forge those raw materials into something purposeful. We're given incredibly valuable resources, but it is 100% up to us to judiciously use them to build our desired outcomes. But here is the problem we face today. We almost always demand instant gratification. We want that huge finished ship without actually putting in the work to build it. Instead of waiting for perfect conditions, you really need to ask yourself, what is the absolute best I can do with the time and materials I have right now? It's all about being resourceful with what you already have, instead of endlessly searching for more. Because ultimately, everything must be earned. As the old saying goes, if something comes easy, it goes easy. Quick escalation without real, grounded effort usually leads straight down a slippery slope. If we don't grind to nurture our passions when we're young and capable, there will be absolutely nothing left for us to share, contribute, or even enjoy down the line. Now, as you build your foundation and actually start to rise up, you'll inevitably hit a brand new challenge. Section 3, defying the law of gravity. Whenever you try to reach new heights and really take off, a metaphorical law of gravity is going to try to pull you right back down. And honestly, sometimes that resistance even comes from your own community. That means you must have laser focus to shed anything, and sometimes anyone, that no longer adds value. Whether that's outdated habits, irrelevant skills, about attitude, or even certain people. If you really want to soar, you have to drop the dead weight. No exceptions. But going against that gravity also requires the right strategy. Hard work just isn't enough if your timing is completely off. Seriously, if you do the right thing at the wrong time, your project simply might not take off. You really have to look at the trend of the day and the direction of the wind to truly add fuel to your fire. It's all about finding that perfect alignment between your intense effort and the reality of the environment around you. Let's move to our final section and see how all of this effort and strategy builds toward leaving a truly lasting impact. Section 4, building the toll bridge. You know, a lot of people approach their goals entirely backward. They go into business just to make money. But the architecture of excellence dictates a totally different approach. You have to focus on solving the real problems or challenges of the day. If you jump into the gap and create a literal or metaphorical bridge for people to use, to walk, run, or drive across, they will gladly pay the toll to use your bridge. Value creation absolutely must precede compensation. And speaking of problems, here is a really tough pill to swallow. You have to stop talking about your own problems. Why?
Well, just look at the stats. 90% of people simply do not care about your problems. And the other 10%, they're actually secretly happy you have them. It's crazy, but it's true. The world doesn't care about complaints, it only welcomes problem solvers.
This is exactly why people often chase fame and recognition backward. Becoming famous is literally just a side effect of being highly effective. That's the secret. If you relentlessly solve real challenges and build those toll bridges we just talked about, the fame, the money, and the recognition, they're going to naturally follow as mere byproducts of your effectiveness. Now, as you rise above the crowd and gain all this momentum, you have to get tougher, but you cannot get mean. This is a crucial distinction. Being mean is becoming resentful and lashing out at your critics, but being tough, that's having deep self-control and staying perfectly calm against distractions. Always remember, true strength is quiet, while insecurity is loud.
Let's conclude this explainer with one final, really powerful thought for you to chew on. True personal excellence means dropping all sense of entitlement. It's not about claiming your rights, it is about becoming entirely responsible for your circumstances. So ask yourself right now, are you just claiming your rights, or are you taking 100% responsibility for your outcomes? Think about exactly what dead weight you need to drop today, so you can actually start building your bridge tomorrow.